So what are the various types of vaccines? So remember, we have a beautiful mnemonic. The mnemonic is nothing but Stark P. Okay, Stark P is the mnemonic for the various types of vaccines. We have it over here. So Stark P is the mnemonic. So S for subunit vaccine, T for toxoid vaccine, A for attenuated live vaccine, R for recombinant vaccine, R for recombinant vaccine, K for killed vaccine, and P for polysaccharide vaccine. P for polysaccharide vaccine. So these are the very importantly, mnemonic. It's if you have seen the Game of Thrones, in that they had this Stark family known as Stark P, that is subunit vaccine, toxoid vaccine, attenuated live vaccine, recombinant vaccine, what you called K for killed vaccine, and P for polysaccharide vaccine. Simple, simple, to the point. You should know that. Number one. Number two, yes, this is a very beautiful picture I have made. Remember the mnemonic Star P. So we have the subunit vaccine, toxoid vaccine, attenuated live vaccine, recombinant vaccine, killed vaccine, and polysaccharide vaccine. Now, very importantly, see the it's very beautiful picture. So let's enjoy studying and finish it off, because with a lot of love I have made these slides. So see, the easy ones are like a live vaccine or the killed vaccine. Let's go one by one. What is live vaccine means? It contains the live weakened organism. Very simple words. Some organism, some antigen I am putting in your body, but that antigen is weak enough that you will not get anything, any problem, but your body will start making antibodies against that antigen, and that's the whole story about it. Okay, so live vaccine, it contains the live weakened organism like BCG, OPV, MMR. Here only let's finish one example. Name some live vaccine. BCG. So smallpox, chickenpox, MMR, OPV, BCG. Smallpox, chickenpox, MMR, OPV, BCG. So smallpox, chickenpox, MMR, OPV, BCG, these are the live vaccine. Now, what is killed vaccine? Simple words. What is killed vaccine? Of course, it contains the killed whole organism or inactivated, organism. For example, we have the IPV. You have, OPV and IPV. OPV is oral polio vaccine, and I basically it is inactivated polio vaccine. Inactivated polio vaccine. A lot of students they say IPV is injectable polio vaccine. We give injectable, but we don't say injectable polio vaccine. We say inactivated polio vaccine, which was discovered by Salk. This fellow who's discovered it, that is Salk. That's also an what do you call exam question. So live vaccine and killed vaccine are done. Now there is something known as subunit vaccine. Very interesting to the exam unit purpose. Subunit. So what is subunit vaccine? It contains only a specific antigenic subunit of the organism. Like we are not taking the whole organism in this one. We are just taking a part of the organism, like a specific protein of that organism, that is known as a subunit vaccine. Like hepatitis B, acellular pertussis. Like in hepatitis B, we are only taking the HBs AG. We are not taking the whole antigen. We are just taking the subunit of it. The subunit vaccine, we are not taking the whole unit. We are just taking a unit of it, a small part of it, known as subunit. Remember, important for the exam purpose. Like hepatitis B, we're just taking the HBs AG. We're not taking the whole, organism. Remember, and even polysaccharide vaccine, it is a type of the subunit vaccine. Remember that the polysaccharide vaccine is a type of the subunit vaccine. All polysaccharide vaccines, they are subunit vaccine, but all subunit vaccine are not polysaccharide vaccine. Subunit can be multiple types. Polysaccharide, it is a part of it. What is recombinant vaccine? Very simple, which is produced by DNA technology. Okay? Even hepatitis B, HPV, human papilloma virus vaccines, we are coming these days, which are coming recombinant, means made by the DNA technology. Okay, that you should know. Okay, and what is toxoid vaccine? It contains the inactivated toxin of the organism, inactivated toxin of the organism, or toxoid, and that is diphtheria. This is a star mark MCQ. Name some what you call toxoid vaccine. So you have the tetanus toxoid vaccine and diphtheria toxoid vaccine. So you remember that. Okay, number one. Now coming to the subtypes. So star P is the mnemonic. So S for subunit vaccine. And we have the bacterial subunit and viral subunit. So we have the acellular pertussis, which is a subunit vaccine. We have the influenza split subunit. And we have the recombinant hepatitis B also. It is one of the subunit vaccine. Remember that. Okay. Number one. What is the meaning of subunit? I have told you. And remember, what's the difference between whole vaccine and the subunit vaccine? I told you, whole vaccine, entire organism is present. Okay. Maybe killed, maybe inactivated. If it is killed or inactivated. Whereas in subunit, only a specific antigen part of the organism. We are not taking the whole organism, only the specific part of the organism, like the organism's protein or SPSAG, surface antigen, or polysaccharide, some part of it. This is actually more specific and it is more safer, And but of course, you need a booster dose with that. Whereas the whole cell one, the whole killed organism you're taking, the immune response is gonna be more stronger, but definitely side effects will be more reactogenic. And booster dose, often require or may not require. Okay, often. And examples we already done: smallpox, chickenpox, MMR. Actually, those are live vaccines. So yeah, so these all the basic things I'm telling you regarding the killed vaccine or the subunit vaccine. Now we have the star T for toxoid vaccine. We have diphtheria toxoid and tetanus toxoid. That's already been an exam question. Then we have the STARK A, STA, A for live attenuated vaccine. So this one. So we have the live attenuated vaccine. Very importantly, I told you. So yes, we have smallpox, chickenpox, MMR, OPV, BCG, Rota, varicella, yellow fever, MMR. Yes, so all these are, even oral typhoid also. If we talk about the bacterial ones, the live attenuated are the BCG and oral typhoid, and rest all left are the viral live attenuated vaccine. These are very basics which we are discussing. It's very important for exam purpose. Very important. Okay, remember that. Okay, star P is the mnemonic I told you. Now we have the recombinant vaccine. What are the? I told you R for recombinant, like they're basically made from DNA technology. These vaccines are made using recombinant DNA technology. So they contain antigens and do not contain the whole pathogens. It just contain the antigen, which is produced by genetic engineering, in the bacteria or in the yeast or cell culture, but do not contain the whole pathogen. Okay, so that's what. So very simple to the point. For example, hepatitis B vaccine, the HBsAg, the surface antigen, it is produced by the recombinant yeast, For example, human papillomavirus vaccine, the L1 protein produced by recombinant technology. COVID-19 also, the COVID-19, the Novavax or the spike protein, it is produced in the insect cells. So that DNA technology we're talking here. And rotavirus, sometimes they basically with the VP7 protein, they also are made by the some DNA technology. Okay? Recombinant vaccines are safe, highly pure, and specific, and do not cause disease because they do not contain the whole antigen. Okay, so star P and K for killed vaccine. Killed vaccine contain the microorganism that have been killed by physical or chemical methods. They are safe and cannot cause disease, but yeah, they definitely do induce a very good immunity. We have the bacterial killed vaccine and the viral killed vaccine. In bacteria, we have the DTWP, that is diphtheria, tetanus, and whole cellular pertussis, and whole cell killed typhoid. And in viral killed vaccine, we have IPV, rabies, hepatitis A, and influenza. Killed vaccines are safer and more stable, but usually require, booster immunity for that. Okay, remember that. Okay, very good. Next one. So this is one star P, and P for we have very importantly, that is polysaccharide vaccine. Polysaccharide vaccine, I told you, it is a type of the subunit vaccine that contains only the polysaccharide or only the part of the organism, maybe the capsule of the organism, a part of the organism, not the whole organism. That is why it is known as a subunit, not a full unit. It is a sub part of the unit. Remember that. And yeah, so I told you polysaccharide vaccine contains only the polysaccharide capsular antigen of the organism or a small part of the organism basically. And it is T cell independent, and basically will it give us immunity? So it gives a poor immune response in children less than 2 years. Okay, in children less than 2 years, conjugate vaccines are preferred over the polysaccharide vaccine because polysaccharide vaccine, they are not helpful. They're not going to give a very good immune response in less than 2 years. That's why because they have very weak memory response, very poor booster effect, and all that. Okay, examples are like we have the typhoid vaccine, meningococcal polysaccharide vaccine, or pneumococcal polysaccharide vaccine. Okay, remember, less than 2 years, basically polysaccharides vaccine we avoid because that's not good. They're weak memory response and poor booster effect. Okay. So I told you regarding the subunit vaccine and polysaccharide vaccine and the whole thing I've told you. Okay. So yeah, okay. Because the subunit vaccine is a broad category and subtype of the subunit vaccine is polysaccharide vaccine and not good, poor in children less than 2 years, weak immune response, poor booster response, T cell independent. Example, typhoid and polysaccharide vaccine, meningococcal polysaccharide vaccine. The polysaccharide vaccines basically are not great in less than 2 years. That is the one line we can learn from this slide.